Hello, I'm Mavi, and today I'm taking a day off to make homemade cinnamon rolls. I'm taking a day off because I had a extra stressful week and cooking really relaxes me, so I decided to make one of my favorite cinnamon rolls. Now, why this recipe? Well, it's one of the best, fluffiest cinnamon roll I ever had. Especially, it's crazy how it's made homemade without a machine. So I just wanted to share with you all. For doing this cinnamon roll, I'm using a scalding method. The secret is to mix most of the ingredient with part of the flour with boiling water. This will create almost like a gelatinized effect in the flour to keep the hydration longer. Indeed, not does the cinnamon roll last long, but you could have them lasting for like a week and they will still be super fluffy. Once that part is done, I let the dough outside to rest and I get started with one of the first filling because this recipe is a bit special. It has two cinnamon fillings to give it extra flavor. And the first one comes with the brown butter, brown sugar and cinnamon. I think those ingredients match so well together and my kitchen is smelling amazing. I don't know, Christmas smells like this in my head. And once this is done, we are resting this aside. So I just finished the first step of the recipe and now I'm waiting for everything to cool down. And since today is my day off, I've been wanting to increase my baking tools collection. And there is a baking store very close by to where I live that I never had the time to check out. And I think today is the perfect day to do so. Now that everything cooled off, we can move on to the step 2 of this recipe. I'm finishing to add all the rest of the ingredients for the dough. That it's instant yeast, an egg yolk, and the rest of the flour. And once that is done, it's my time to show you off what I actually bought at the baking store. That it's a baking scraper. I'm very proud of it. Here it is, the start of the show. And also I'm just folding it a little bit around and then I wet in my hands to make a round ball shape, and then this will rest for 30-ish minutes. Now the 30 minutes pass by, it's my time to do one fold. Again, this is why I also love this recipe. I don't have to knit or make too much mess around. I'm just using one bowl for everything, and now I'm just doing one fold. The folding is very simple. You just pinch the dough from one side and then bring it back to the center. And once it's done, you flip it back to the other side and make again a round ball shape and let it rest. Now I'm going to show you one of my favorite tricks, because now my kitchen got a bit cooler. So I will pop the dough in the microwave for 20 seconds and then let it rest there. Now I'm making the second filling, that is the classical one with white sugar, cinnamon, and a pinch of salt. And now this is the most fun part. We're actually rolling out the dough and making our cinnamon rolls. This dough is next level fluffy. I'm putting some flour on it and then I will get ready for spreading it. I don't know if you can tell the fluffiness of it from the video, but I don't know. I'm just so surprised how fluffy it can get with no kneading method. Now I'm moving on to make a square-alike shape. Do it the best you can. It took me a few trials to learn how to make a square-alike shape. And now I'm heating up my first filling. It looks so good and so rich. And now we get started. First we put some butter down. You can also melt it if you prefer. This was actually not a smart move of me to try to spread it with the brush. But then afterwards you go on with one of the filling I pat it in with my hand. I think this is one of the best way. And then I go on with the second filling. For this one, since it's hot, I will use a flexible spatula. And now we get started with the rolling. Something different that I do is that at the end of the rolling, I just do some little cat feet almost to don't let the cinnamon roll opens in the baking process. Now that we are done, I like to cut my cinnamon roll with a knife, almost like a bread knife that is very indented. And once this is done, I push my cinnamon rolls down and let them rest for the final proofing. They look gorgeous and fluffy. Now I'm doing the final touches. I'm adding the egg white on top. I like this because I don't have to waste eggs in the process. And then they're ready for the oven. Meanwhile, we will do the icing. This is one of my favorite recipes for icing. You just use a full pack of cream cheese, powdered sugar, vanilla extract, and butter. The butter will help give it a more solid look. And now, once those cinnamon rolls are well rested, like me, it's time to take a delicious bite together. Final check on how they look inside. And now you can really tell they are delicious. I wish you could all have a bite. Thank you for watching.